Good afternoon to everyone. Good afternoon, everyone. Speaking with you all. With love, with joy. My name is Dave Seapold. Um, just want to share with you guys, continue to share with you guys some things that the Lord Himself put in my heart to share with His people that that are making certain decisions in their lives um, to make changes happen. In one of my last videos, my first video I made, I spoke a lot about the diasporas all over the world designed to change to seek a place where originally came from. We have the Jews doing taking away from the original place we call home, now returning back to the original place, to the ancestors. But what I felt in my heart that I have to wanted to share with all the aspects is very important for us because most of the videos I listen to, that everyone is looking for some sort of peace, which is um, wonderful to know that we all are seeking peace. We are seeking a place of safety and comfort because of the things that are going on around us, the government system, and the drastic changes being made by some of the leaders around the world, where we are no longer comfortable with fear that is gripping our hearts and our minds in so many ways and forms that we become very uncomfortable. We think about our children, we think about our finances, we think about a lot of things about our health, think about our retirement, we think about many things that are challenging us. And when we look on the news, we see that not only just the nation presently where we live, but there's other nations that are divided by waters that are experiencing Turkey, Russia, Afghanistan, here in America, the Caribbean, Venezuela, Colombia. We hear all these uproars that are taking place, and we see all this oppression, this control that is taking place all over the world. And we are telling ourselves, because of the depression and the lack of love, you know, we fall back into depression and we begin to think about everything that happened all the way down. We begin to blame situation, the generation, whatever happened to the oppression. And there's nothing wrong with us falling back in our minds and thinking about certain things that happened and want to make that drastic change. Because there comes a time where change really has to be made. And I think, in my heart, that the change that we all are looking for right now, it is needed in so many different ways, not just we are diaspora trying to go back to be among our own culture. We can understand the people that look like us, talk like us, you know, to understand certain things and to achieve life more peaceful and healthy. There are a lot more to deal with than just shifting over to go back the original state. There's much more to deal with, and it all comes back to to us as individual people. It all comes back to us as individuals. If we, understand what is really going on right now, to some who already travel abroad, left wherever they have been living for years, to their parents or whoever have been there for many years from birth, and now we decide to leave that place, that country where you've been living from since a child, decide to go somewhere else. But within that time, when you in that land or in that society, whatever culture was, Indians, white, mixed, street white, whatever it was, there is something in us that has been developed in us that has a stronghold inside of us. And before we could really get change, we have to begin to judge ourselves in the sense of understanding what you want. You have to make room for it in yourself first. In other words, the Bible says, not within the Bible, you guys, everybody, every one of you listening to me today will be a believer. I'm not here to make anybody any Christian. I'm just here to share with you guys very important things in making changes. Because if those changes are not made, we will not experience change. My example for you is a painted wall. Everybody loves colors. And they will choose a color to paint a specific wall in your home. And you will look at that wall every time you get up in the morning. You say, okay, I'm going to put a picture here. I'm going to put some trim work here. I'm going to put my TV here. I'm going to put some wainscoting here on the wall. And that particular wall or room, you decorate it in a sense that where you could actually feel the environment of that space that you have painted. You want to actually feel the joy that when you walk into that space and you have painted, whether you spend your money or you did it for yourself, you have spent time in preparing this wall, this particular wall in this room that they call a special room. In some architectural drawings, I'm involved in architecture, so I know different rooms in homes. There's a room they call a foyer room. It's a special room that is designed for the person who private conversations with the sick. It's a special space in that room that house is created for. And in that room now, you don't want to have anybody coming there screaming, kids coming there. So that room is messy. You want that room to be always clean, nice. So whenever you come from work or whatever you talk, the task was for the week or for the month, you have to go there and spend some time in that room and just admire all the creativeness around you. Some people paint the ceiling like the sky because they're just trying to get their minds away from the worldly stuff. So you picture this world, this room, you create this world here that you could taste it, you could feel it, you could handle it, you could enjoy it for yourself. But the problem is what we are having today in our world, that this wall that we paint if it doesn't have a sense of virtue that comes out of it to reach you, you will never enjoy any moment in that room. So what I'm trying to get to today is for us to understand the painted wall. Most people who leave, whether it's Mexico, the Caribbean, the America, and they go to other parts, they go to Italy, Spain, Africa, Russia, any other part of the world, it's because they're trying to fulfill something in their minds. If a fascinating experience, whether it's freedom, they feel they could get rich, they feel they get a better job, they feel they get a better wife, and we leave and we go to different parts because in our mind there's a painted wall in our mind that we are picturing in our mind to see how our lives should be. To see how we could really live this life that you personally has pictured within your mind. And you don't only just see it for you, but you see, we all see it for our children. We see it for our mother or father. We see it for our neighbor. We see it for everyone. If you're really not a selfish person, not a selfish who love people, you will see it for others who genuinely love people. You will see it also for others. And looking carefully at what's going on around us today, about the diaspora that are leaving England, America, the Caribbean, all over the world, who's black, whether Indian, whatever, going back to your country. It's okay, I'm going back. We all become fascinated when we hear that we are African. We can become hyped when we find out we are Italians. Oh, we sort of whistle. Oh my God, I'm an Italian. Oh my God, I'm a Nigerian. Oh my God, I'm a I'm a Gambian. I'm from Gambia. And we shout all these exciting things. I myself get excited too because when I find out about my family background, my mother, she's black, my father is Indian, real Indians, so I was like the lost kid in the family. They didn't really know for years, where my father family really was from. They wasn't really close knitted family on my father's side, so I never knew all of the family. I only knew just few of them up to this day. It's a good thing to really know where your grandfather is from, where your grandmother is from, to find out all the stuff I want to go and just taste of what their life really is to go back. But as human beings, we all have developed an attitude or a way of living where we live in a multicultural society where everybody is like crabs in a barrel trying to get life, trying to find life, trying to make money, trying to have a family, trying to keep up with the market and keep up with the loop. And in it, in the midst of everything that is taking place, there is a lot of confusion that happens, war and strife, and all through those things that are happening among us. It made some of us bitter. It made some of us commit crimes. It made some of us become all different attitudes begin to pop out all of us, even from what we got from our parents, living among them for all these years from a child and growing up, we learn their habits and we never regenerated from it. Some have who have come to the knowledge of Christ, who receive the sticking our has become regenerated. But some are still struggling to come out of it. It's like come out and they're going back in it, come back, they're going back. It's like backsliding, if you believe Christians call it backsliding, going back into that unnormal way of living. And some of us love it to say it's normal for me to curse my neighbor. It's normal for me to call my wife a bitch. It's normal for me to watch my son and tell me that he's a fool and curse him and tell him he'll be nothing. It's normal. I meet people like that. I grew up with friends, fathers like that, mothers like that treat their children and speak to them in such a manner. But the whole thing I'm really trying to get to is to help solve the problem that where we are right now before we really make the transition for change. It don't make sense that I put on clean clothes and I never clean my body to go there and be among clean people. It doesn't make sense that I don't bring my change to me first before I could go and try to bring change. That's what they call that corruption. It will only corruption. And I'm saying to you, before I can even think about going and bring change, I gotta develop my change first and change to others. Because if I don't bring change to me first, then my effort to change others will be vain. Why? Why will it be vain? So let's say, for example, I have an impatient attitude. I'm not patient for anything. I curse the uncle, I curse the birds, I curse the fowls, I curse the grandma, everybody I curse, the truck driver. I have no patience for nobody. My kids, my wife, for the police, nothing. I don't have patience for nobody. I'm high tempered. And I go, I leave from where I am. I zone out from where I feel over pressure. I zone out from where I feel life pressure. And I decide, okay, I'm going here in another community with the same attitude, with the same way of life to meet possible the same people or even worse than myself to live among to get worse. It's not going to get better. It is going to get worse. So in other words, that if I have issues in myself, I cannot go and bring change to people that have issues. I have to change. I have to make up my mind to say if I'm really fed up of how I respond to life, I gotta break away from this first. So that when I introduce myself as somebody who had breaked away from something that had me chained, something that had me truly spiritually in bondage. My mind, my speech, my attitude, the way I dress, the way I talk, how I consider life. I have to break away first from it. I gotta get the shackles, the spiritual shackles and the yokes to fall off of me. That when I have approach a new environment, I can live in the midst of whatever is going on there in a peaceful form. I am producing now, I'm introducing myself as a person of change, of desired change, of consistent change. I'm no longer taking my garbage with me. If you're moving from a house, will you take your garbage with you? No, you will keep all the garbage up there where the dust is in the house or the apartment where they're living with. You will sweep up all the garbage, put it in a bag and dispose it to the bin. You wouldn't take your garbage with you. No, nobody will take the garbage with them wherever they're going. They're going to leave the garbage in the bin. They're going to clean up their environment wherever they were and leave. And then the very important point I'm going to make today is that I wish to God that many people come and listen to this video. That never leave an environment where you brought hurt. We never ask for forgiveness. Never leave an environment where you were an offender to go to another environment where you never seek forgiveness. Why? The same spirit that hold on to you when you were in that first environment is going to travel with you the length and the breadth wherever you're going, and it's going to manifest itself the same way and the same form. It's not going to leave you because you leave him. The only how it's going to leave you is when you begin to that moral way of living to begin to pour out of you like oil. People that really want change are broken people. They're not normally happy people. They're broken. They're not happy people who really, really want change. They're not happy. It's always heard. Their voice is always in a moaning place of change. So it doesn't matter who you are, where you're from, if you don't make decent moral change in you to the spirit of virtue, you will never be able to have the peace, have experience that virtue. You will not receive it from others because why? In you is the same magnet that is pulling the negativeness back at others. In you, the same spirit that had you bound, the same spirit is going to travel with you wherever you go. It's going to still be in you and with you. So what I'm trying to say to all who are seeking change, seeking a betterment, we first have to change. We first has to renew the mind. We first have to take out the darkness out of us and allow light to shine inside of us that we can see ourselves for who we are first. Then we can go to bring change. Otherwise, if you leave where you are in the same attitude, you will go and be the same person wherever you seeking change. If you sell drugs here in America and you go over there wherever you want to go, you will go and do the same thing. He was a young man that liked to go and have sex with young girls, even when you're married, you will still go and do the same thing because why? You haven't purged yourself from the same virtuous spirit. You haven't changed yourself to allow virtue to flow out of you, to bring morality in your speech, in your attitude. You haven't changed. And it will just be the same thing over and over again. A cycle of defeat, a cycle of what you've been going through, a cycle for your children, a cycle for your home. I'm telling you something, beloved. That painted wall that we paint in our minds about the beautiful things of life, it don't always last. It may last 2 years, 3 years after you want to change the color of that wall because you just say, I'm fed up of that color. Take down that curtain. Change the color of those furniture. I'm fed up of it. I gotta find some different color. That's why people go through divorces, and they change wives and change husbands and change jobs. I'm fed up of that job. I gotta get another job. I'm fed up of that boss. I'm fed up. Because why? Things after a while around us begin to become boring. It begins to become boring. You just fed up of doing something. Tired. But change where you are first. Then you can really create a wall of virtue that will take you throughout a generation. And that's what we are seeking. That what all of us are seeking, that we can have peace, to have a love with life. That life don't leave us on the street homeless. That life don't leave us anywhere at all in life. It takes us with it. It takes us to speak with us. That's what we all are seeking. We all are seeking the beauty of life. We all are seeking. But how are we going to change if we taking up the same garbage that was with us? The two suitcases, getting on the plane, getting in that taxi, and going away with the ticket, all excited. I'm going to get the damn change I need. I'm fed up of this place and this government and this people. I'm fed up. But you're the same person that is abusive. You're the same person that don't give a hell about your mother. You don't give a hell about your father because what they did to you, there's no forgiveness in you. There's no change in you, nothing. It don't make sense. They're still right where you are. Because you just going and corrupt change. And I've been seeing some things which I know I don't like to get in people's business. I'll pray for people, but there's something that I said to speak about. There are certain things right now that is going on, on the internet, on YouTube, with videos that are seen being posted because of certain corruption that is taking place. And where is it taking place? In a place where some people are looking to go for change. But there is corruption. There is the deceitfulness of corruption is coming there. It's coming, and even though it was there already among the brethren that lived there, you're going to increase it. The deceitfulness, you're going to increase it and make it worse. It's better to stay in your land where it was. The land, where your mother built, you better to stay here and do the 9 to 5 job and live your life, smoke your cigarette, drink your rum, and just be who you are. Then you go in and causing others to be frustrated and depressed and oppressed. I think it's unfair. I think it is honest to yourself and to others. It's like if I take my time to clean the house, mop the floor, or my wife take her time and she mop the floor, and I just bust through the door with all the mud on my shoes. Just throw my clothes on the ground and I'm gone. That would be unappreciative to her. Other people who have honest desires that we go and we mess up what they're doing. It's not good. But we go and corrupt what they're doing, defile what they're doing by our wrong choices, wrong timing, wrong motive, lies and deceit that we have niched our hearts to. We have locked ourselves into. Now, where we got this spirit from whatever world we were living in, the industrial world has developed in an attitude that is selfish and wicked and greedy. We have gripped onto that. It called us to be oppressed. And now we become oppressors. We are not forgiving. We are not loving. We're not as we should be. We're not honest each other as we should be. We're not transparent as we should be with others. So we have developed this monster in us. And you tell yourself, I can make it because I'm strong. Are you strong in your wickedness? No, you gotta be strong in virtue, in your morality, moral behavior. That when they look at you, they say, this man just came in and seen straight to him. He's an honest man. I can do business with him. I can set him up to be something great in my land. When we develop an attitude that is full of virtue, there is no problem for strangers to bless us. No problem. None whatsoever. When we have a different attitude of reproach and respect for strangers, I'm telling you, beloved, there is a blessing that comes with it. When we come with a different attitude of approach to strangers, people that we don't know, and we respect them for who they are. We don't call them, look at them and say, wow, they're ugly. Oh, they're nasty. Oh, I cannot do that. Oh, no. Oh my God, I cannot live here. Oh my God, how could they live in that state? And you want to bring change? How are you going to bring change when you have an attitude like that? When you're scorning people, speaking under the tongue, how could you go and bring change and still want to live in their environment? You're worse than the Philistines that want to take over Israel. You're worse than the Pharaohs that wanted to destroy the Israelites. You're worse. That attitude is not going to take you far. That attitude will create enemies, monsters, haters, people that will sell you out. Because why? There is no virtue in you that they can appreciate. There's no morality. There's no trust. There's no hope that they're seeing in you. They're seeing problems in you. You're not sharing. You're not honest. No fruitfulness is really coming out of you. Yes, brother. So we have to make up our minds now and say, I gotta drop off this attitude about me. I gotta drop it off. I have to break away from it. I have to bring change in me. I have to take change in me and go with it. And I gotta show my change as a result of my peace. I gotta take my change with it. I'm saying to you that we have to learn to forgive our enemies. And Jesus said, Joshua said, how much do Disciples asked him, how many times should I forgive my enemy, Lord? He said, 70 times. He said, if he goes and something is wrong with your brother, you have to release yourself from the things, the problem that you created. You have to release others from the problem that they created for you. You have to release it. Be free in order for you to be free. Break off the shackles. Break off the chains of bondages that holding you down, that have you, not without a dress code, an excellent code, excellency in you. You have to release yourself from that spirit that has you in a form and a fashion where you don't appreciate nothing in life. You go work hard for your money and you go squander it in the club. The same thing you're going to do over there, wherever you're going. Same thing you're going to do. If a person like to eat and don't save, if you're going to change and go over there, no, you're going to do the same thing. Then with you. So change comes when we take up the things that is garbage and dispose of it. Get rid of the things that is around us, sticking under our shoes and all the messy things in our life. Get rid of it. Extra relationships and all those sort of things, and get rid of it, that you can have a life, a true life of peace. Where it is at, whether it is right to stay in the land where you are, go to the Caribbean, Africa, Spain, Italy, back to India, wherever it is that you desire to go, make sure that you get rid of the things that is deserve to be placed in the garbage. If you can be recognized in your environment as a good, decent, moral being in the eyes of those that are about to be known. You get an opportunity to change. You get an opportunity where people see you different. You're interested in it. Hi, how are you? Here in America, people don't say good morning. They don't say good morning. You pass the street and they go to work. They mouth long, they drink their coffee and they go back in their truck. They don't even say morning. Hi, how are you doing? You say hi. You say, what are you? Anything wrong with you? You all right? They will not say good morning. In my country where I grew up, my grandmother taught me how to say good morning to everybody. Old folks, young folks, everybody, teachers, everybody to say good morning. Hi, how are you doing? Hi, how are you going to introduce yourself properly to people? But some of us have not developed that. We don't respect old people. We treat them like the rags because why? The old, they can't do nothing for you. If you do something for them, you want to get something out of their pocket, something from them. You're looking around to see what they have. If they have no kids, you're looking to get their property. What do they have? Oh, you have a car? Okay. I will get that car when you die. I'll get some money from his bank. And that's the monster that is knitting unto us and doesn't want to let go. We want to get away from it, but not recognizing that this thing wants to go with us. But we cannot afford to go with that because it will be just increasing trouble for us, increasing oppression for us. Increase. But we have to come to a place of understanding the mind how change is begun. You cannot leave with the garbage. You clean up your furniture, clean them up nice, wipe down the chairs, wash all the dishes, wash the curtains, so you know when they go back to a new space, they're going to hang up, lucky, everything's clean and nice. You know, when my wife moved, we brought everything back to soup. There was nothing used in the apartment, not even the spoons, everything we bought, brand new. And that was like a refreshing feeling to us. The towels, everything was clean and beautiful the first day we came into the space, into our home, and we enjoyed it. And it's the same thing I'm trying to share with you guys. You know, don't spend your money. Take up all your earnings, everything, and go somewhere with the same stinking, dirty attitude. It's not going to help you. It's not. If this whole block don't like you, tell yourself the whole state will like you wherever you go. Because it's a germ, it's a disease that you have. You need to purge yourself. Please develop change. Rethink your attitude. Rethink how you're going about and doing your life. Rethink. The reason why I'm saying to rethink, we cannot reconsider. Same thing, but not this. Doing business the way it's not supposed to be done. Being friends with somebody that's not supposed to be a friend is very important. And I'm saying these things to you, with the help of God, that we will all begin to understand the painted wall that we have in our mind. If we don't have virtue in it, some kind of morality in it, then it don't make sense. We keep in the painted wall. After a while, it's going to turn against your emotion, against your taste and your feelings. That it will turn against you, your whole makeup as a human being. It will turn against you. I'm telling you, it's going to come and turn against you. It's going to turn against you. It is very important, very, very important that when you make change, when you desire change, it has to be free. It has to mean something unto others. That's why, some of you wonder, I want to see this, I'm not for it. Some of you wonder why white people don't want black people in the community. What is the problem? Why? What is the problem? I wish I could understand the problem. Okay, now we say, okay, they don't want us among them, we're going among ourselves. But now we begin to come among each other now, there's arguments, there's deception, there's all sort of things coming up among our own self. So it's showing me there is a virtue problem. There's something, a moral problem among us. There is something wrong. So we got to shift gears, shift. into our change quickly. Because if we don't shift into our change, another generation is going to come, which will be the father's children, going into another generation with the same painted wall that they saw. We had no power to control it. We had to listen to us, talk like us, do like what we do what mommies do what papa do what stepfather says, stepmother do. And that same thing they develop into their relationship, and they go on with the same lifestyle downloading to another generation, another 35 years of immoral generation. No virtue to this point before. And that is why today we have a broken generation. So many young men in prison, so many young girls are prostitutes, lesbians, homosexuals, all these sort of things are taking place around. So change starts really when you decide to do something, let there be change. When you decide to move, let there be change. Develop a change attitude, a change thinking, a change mood, to begin to read and tap into your mind for change. It will come. Change comes to anyone who acts. Change comes. That's how nature changes. Change comes to us. It receives us because the world was created by God Himself to bring change. God wanted to picture Himself, His own creation in the world. Change. And so we all want to taste what it means to have change. The Lord begins asking to do that. The Bible says, let this mind be in you, which was also in Christ. Let the mind be in you, with the heart be renewed. If you want change, the Lord begins with you. Don't go anywhere in life with the same attitude. You're not going to make it. You're not going to go anywhere with the same attitude. So I just want to, say thank you very much, for taking time off to listen to me today, to rethink about your mind. Rethink it out, plan it out, refocus it out. Begin to allow your mind to rethink. And don't rush things. The Bible says, be anxious for nothing. Some of us need to learn to talk to God, need to find God. Some of us need to talk to Him. Yeah, seriously, we need to talk to God. We need to know God. Some of us need to know Him. We really, really need to give God an opportunity in our life. Because the painted wall will last. What will last in our life is knowing who God is in you. You will find God. You will find all the necessary things that brings peace in life. Just said before, my first video, some years ago, and my wife just got together. We were having breakfast. And while I was sitting eating right by the, wasn't by the TV, was in the living room and the coffee table, my breakfast was resting there. And I was eating overeating. And I heard the voice of the Lord said, Africa is rising. Africa is rising. My people is not rising. And tears began to fall out my eyes. You know, I wasn't physically crying. I was even thinking that was the furthest thought from my mind about black people are rising. And tears began to flow from my eyes. And God spoke to me about it, about this change that is taking place. It's happening right now, and it will continue to happen. But in the midst of it happening, in order for it to really go about in a true, perfect example, we have to get rid of all the bad ways of life that we have learned. And that's the only time we can go and be a true source, full presence to a nation that has been tormented by wars and slavery and all sort of things. You say, you don't want to go there for any nation of the world and become the same oppressor. You want to go there, you know, that when your presence is there, they feel a sense of release. When you do your business, they feel a sense of release. It has come. It's a feeling of release. The shower of release that has come over their community, over their businesses, over their employment, over their 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 property or the place that they're doing business with you, property to rent. They feel spirit of release. They don't feel the oppressor's hands and mouth and presence, or whatever they feel that weight released from deep inside them. Release. And that is what we all should be passionate about. Going to bring a release. Not taking those things with you. Going and release. Good fruit. Painting the wall that is painted in your mind. That everyone who know that you are a new person in the community will be glad to see. Good morning, Mr. James and family. Good morning, Mrs. James and family. Good morning, boss. Good morning. With all respect, they be coming to your job, office, or wherever you have your business. They come in there with joy because they know that when they come, you will greet them with love, laughter, even though the serious project, whatever it is, they will laugh and be happy to talk with you and share information with you, help you to progress and succeed in your place where you're seeking rest. They're going with the wicked devices. The brain is going to create war. War only starts with one person thinking. The war in heaven starting with one person and it spread to all the other angels and it turned into a mess. And the Most High says, no, this is not going to happen. And kick them out. And saying this to all this, if you're going in, go with the right attitude. But if you go with the right attitude and it turns out to be messy, you all will be out. Please get it right. Be honest with each other. Love each other. Respect each other. Love God with all your heart, all your mind, all your strength. Respect His word. Respect His and do what is right in the sight of God. Okay? So God bless you all. Thank you again. This is the report from the painted wall. That's what I'm going to be sharing on for a little while. The painted wall. Did I share a little bit on virtue? You know what? How important it is to have moral control of yourself, good attitude, good ways of life, honest ways of life. For in so doing, you're going to prosper. If you have nasty attitudes, you're not going to prosper. Okay? I love you all, and I will be back again to share with you some words of wisdom from the Lord. Okay? So thank you very much, and encourage someone to subscribe to my video and like. Amen. Encourage your friends to come on and let's talk. Let's share our ideas of how we can develop a community of people that has desired change and living in change. Living in the well of life, the water flows, the virtue of water has come around our community, around our nation. Out of that nation comes the virtue of life. Out of a nation comes with lights, with fire burning with love, burning with a passion and excitement of receiving each other with love and helping each other with love. You can have this passion in us. Release that passion to our children, the strangers. Releasing that passion with love. Like Jacob did when he prophesied over his sons, 12 sons. He prophesied over every one of them, whether they were good, bad, or ugly. He prophesied on them. Who offended him, whatever he did, he prophesied. He blessed all of them, and all of them prospered in their journey. Who went to the sea, became rich. Who went to the gold, became rich. Who went to the east, the north, the west, and the south. All of them became blessed. And I'm saying to you, all of us can be blessed. we have to learn to develop good, good moral behavior, attitude. Let it sing out of us like a song of praise, glory out of us as the people. Shine in us, bringing more value in us than gold and silver. You see, we value gold and diamonds so much, but we don't value our brothers and our sisters. We shoot them, we kill them, we rape our sisters, rape our daughters, rape the neighbor, rape the daughter, kidnap, rape, kill, murder. Because why? There's no virtue in us. Nothing is good inside of us. That's why we kill the presidents. We do all sort of evil things, wicked stuff. Because there's no goodness in us. That's why your country is still in bondage. You know, where the thieves come, murderers come, swamp through the village, destroy and murder, do what they want to do. And you in the corner shaking, nervous, fearful for your life. We're going to bring about change. And our change starts with us from where we are. Because develop change that we receive in the right way. Okay. So God bless you all. I won't be too long again. So I'll be back when I can. Please encourage someone, tell somebody, if you like the video, please click like and let's come on and share on this video. Let's share again sometime, okay? So God bless you all and have a wonderful day in the name of the Lord Jesus.